Like that. Wow. Did that really just happen? Wow. That was interesting. So as soon as I hit the play button, something fell off the wall behind me. That's amazing. So I had to do a test live. See if we were broadcasting on Facebook today. Yes, we are. Saturday night when I hit the, let's make sure all the stuff is muted here. Saturday night when I hit the record button, it never broadcasted to Facebook, which I thought was kind of weird. So we were going a good 15 minutes before I realized it, and I decided instead of stopping the live stream, I would just keep going and upload it to Facebook later on. So there'll probably be a non-commercialized, I should say a drag-free version of the live stream coming to Facebook. So if this is your first time here, my name is Vinny. I do photography, videos, live streaming at barrel races. So if you're coming in and joining me, chime in, and I'm going to drop some links into the comments here. So, wow, that was interesting. Watching yourself live while you're doing live on like 3 different devices is kind of really, really wild. So, I gotta switch. I gotta switch profiles. So basically, I'm doing a test. Hey, Brandy. Basically, I'm doing a test, and because there was major malfunctions on Saturday night, just out of the blue. I think Facebook reset cookies, and since we weren't cookied in and logged in right, they logged everybody out. So the iPad wasn't logged into my Facebook account. So I think I'm gonna do this every Monday. Actually, recap how the weekend is. We are over there. I gotta remember to look over here at the iPad. I should put a picture up of my setup. It's like the craziest thing in the history of the world. So let me click on here. I'm probably gonna talk. The typing is bad today. Brandy, I hope you're doing good. I hope your boy Rebel's doing good. Thinking about you. I love how the whole wow, it's amazing how far behind we are. So what's been happening lately? Let's start with last week, Wednesday. We had the dual race, morning and the night, Queen Creek race. Yes, I am drinking soda, and I ain't supposed to be. Just busted myself, dang it. So, yeah, so the switch from Thursday night to Wednesday night has been kind of cool. I like it. I didn't think I'd like it at first, but I do. So, especially when there's a morning race. I get to see some people that normally wouldn't make it to the weekend races or to the night races. A lot of people have been dropping off their kids at school and then coming to the race, or even bringing their kids with them. So the daytime race is a different animal for me because I have to shoot from the other side because of the sun, actually. The sun is a major important factor on where I shoot from, especially at John Vulcan with the lighting and stuff. Some people ask me how come I'm using flash during the daytime. It's because I can ground out the sun in the outside of the arena. So, but that was cool. Wednesday, I think we had about 100 riders in total, somewhere around 36 in the morning and 76 at night, somewhere around there. So that's kind of cool. And then Friday night, I went to the BR Diamond race. I like to go to races and just sit back and hang out and talk to people that normally don't talk to me when I'm working because they think I'm too busy. And I seen that we had like 4 or 5 Positivity Posse members running, so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go over there and sit down and catch up with a couple and do some videos of them and stuff like that. So that was cool. I was able to give Faith her book, her Positive Pete and Friends book. What did I just do? I just unplugged my laptop. We're very unorganized, Tiffany. In case you didn't see the book, I have these in print. A couple of them left. The basis of the story is Positive Pete lives on a ranch with all these animals, and each animal has a little condition, and they get together with the Positivity Posse and they go out and they solve all the problems, all the animals' problems. So that's book 1, and this is book 2. I only have the proof copy. I haven't ordered. It's always hard to see where that light isn't exactly in the greatest of spots. Let me go switch some lights around. You might see a cat run by in there. Any better? Yeah, I like that better. So yeah, so I just looked up. I'm like, how come I don't have a light above my desk? This is so weird. Here, let's close that down a little bit. And here we go. Might help if I put on the right camera. So yeah, Positive Pete and Friends. Positive Pete goes to school, and there is a barrel racer in here that some of you know who's a school teacher. So we made her school teacher in the Positive Pete book. Shout out to Jamie, or Miss Jamie in the book. So you might see some flyers at the races. I printed up some flyers on. This is basically everything I do. It's like the weirdest. I keep saying weird. But on here it says photos, videos, live stream. I talk about the Positivity Posse, the books, the binder of awesome, what merch we have, and how I put community first and always try to help people. So this is another flyer to buy the book on Amazon. You're going to be seeing these all over the place. I got to put them up on the bulletin board and stuff. So speaking of the binder of awesome, this is one of them. You'll see these at the races, where what's bothering me is after people look through them, they close them, so people walking by have no idea what it is. So we're gonna have to do that a little bit better. But here's a little sneak peek of the binder of awesome, and there's basically one Queen Creek binder, and there's another binder for Cobra, and there's gonna be a third binder for miscellaneous races and stuff. Each binder holds 300 photos, but most of the time there's 3 or 4 photos in each packet because there's I print more than 1 photo per rider. So there's the binder of awesome. So what people have been doing, I didn't really ask for it, but people have been leaving donations. They've been taking the photo out and then putting a couple bucks in there, which is kind of cool. Pays for gas. But there is going to be some surprises in here. Why is that down there like that? The Pee-wee photos are absolutely amazing that I've taken in, which binder is this? This is the Cobra binder, actually. I should say the Cobra Focus binder. But I mean, look at some of these cutie patooties in here. How do you know? This kid with the hat cracks me up. The kids absolutely love it. And what's funny is they take the binder and they take the photo out of the binder and they flip the photo over to the other side like they're going to see the other side of the horse because they've never held a photo before. How sad is that? It makes me feel old. So yeah, so that's the binder of awesome. Saturday I did a podcast with Faye Tupton. She's I put a link to it in the comments. I encourage you guys to follow that. It was a really interesting conversation I had with Faith. I learned a lot, which is cool. I learned about her superstitions, and which I didn't know she had any. But Yeah. And that was funny. I recorded that at 11:30 in the morning, and then at 11:30 that night, I was watching Positivity Posse Taylor run. So it was like a 12-hour thing within a 24-hour period. Not even 12. Yeah, within a say 48-hour period, I watched 5 or 6 Positivity Posse members run, which I always enjoy that. So that's kind of cool. What else is coming up? The Welcome Center. I put out a little table in front of my car on Saturday, and I put the binder of awesomes out, and I had a cooler full of water and all that fun stuff. So I always have water. I always have power. If you ever need your cell phone charge, your cell phone. How about smartphone, Vinny? This is the 20-something century. So, hey, Lindy, how you doing? So, yeah, I always have power. I always have extra water. So, if you're ever at a race and your battery's running low, come see Vinny. And the Welcome Center table, which I just put out the regular table this week, there's going to be a back that's going to have a whole bunch of different stuff on it. That might take me a week or so. Knowing me, it'll be done this week. But, yeah. I think that's about all I wanted to do. I wanted to talk about the Pee-wees at Cobra. There was 50 Pee-wee runners. It was almost like a race in itself. And it started getting dark in that arena that only has lights on one side, so I had to stop taking photos after right at 35. And they were getting ready to start the youth in the other arena. So I had to be in 2 places at once, and I wasn't exactly feeling that great. I think the heat kind of got to me before the race even started. So, anyway, we muscled through and got through. Big shout out to Bentley and Colton for helping me with taking down all this stuff on Saturday night. That was really helpful after a long day. So, yeah, Lindy, I just showed everybody the binder of awesome. Check this out. I give the photos away for free. And there's no better feeling than watching a Pee-wee rider come up and take their photo out of the book. This is like the most awesome thing ever. These are all the Marana pictures. And every time I'm in the arena and I turn around, there's always 3 or 4 people at the table. Saturday night, there was actually a line for people to come get their photos. It was the first race I did in Marana since our summertime break. So, people were eager to get their photos. I gave out probably over 400 photos on Saturday. I don't know how many on Wednesday, but there was a lot there too. I printed up 159 photos just for Cobra alone. So, and Lindy, nobody's doing it. And the people that take their photos, they're putting money in there, and it's paying for my gas to go to races, which is kind of nice. It's not a weird thing to have somebody put like grandparents have been putting money in, because the grandparents don't have entry fees to pay. You know, they're buying the kids soda and dinner and stuff at the concession stands. But after that, they are just, yeah. And people are walking around with their photos, which is really, really cool to see. And people are like, oh my God, look at this one. This is a great photo. And a lot of the adults haven't had their photos printed in a while. So when they see one printed, they're like, oh wow, yeah, that's nice. You know, they wouldn't necessarily pay for a printed photo. The printed photos are like the biggest waste of my time in the shopping store. I have thought about actually getting rid of prints altogether. But as soon as I do that, somebody orders one. So I probably sold 12 prints last year, actual prints, where it's thousands in the digital. So nobody just wants prints anymore. They don't want the hassle of, and plus it costs more. So, yeah, so that's about it. This week we're going to be doing Wednesday in Queen Creek Barrel Racing Association again. That'll be on Wednesday. I believe we have a double header, morning and night race. Actually, yes, we do, because I remember seeing the post for it. So, all right. So this is basically a test, but I think I'm going to do this every Monday. It'll give me 10-15 minutes of break. Oh, look at this. We got a guest. Who is this? I see a cat. Rosie. So, yeah. All right. So, anybody got any questions? All right. So, shout out to all the riders. Shout out to the Positivity Posse. Shout out to everybody who's bought a book. I think that's cool. Yeah, Lindy, the arena in Marana, I love it. I love any arena where I can walk totally around. Those are my favorite. This way I can take a shot from anywhere if I get bored. Especially at nighttime, I can go anywhere. I set my strobes up in the arena basically on the side that I'm at. Where in Gilbert for Queen Creek, I put one on the other side. And I can move anywhere I want. The one on the other side is basically because it is so dark on the other side of the arena that I need the backlight over there. So, no, I don't print at home, Lindy. What I do is I upload them all to CVS. And I normally go to ChatGPT and get a coupon for 50% off. So I think this week's prints were $28. And after the 50% off coupon, it was like 17, 18 bucks. So, well worth under 20 bucks for people to go around and enjoy the photos. If I have a serious print that I want to make into a big print, a 13 by 19, I do have a pro printer here that probably hasn't been on for 6 months. So, I'm going to do some prints for some riders that I want to show. Yeah, my strobe lights are really, really good. What I like about the strobes, my strobes, is I can use them on battery. So I don't have to plug them in for, I think, 480 shots. So I can do a 50 runner race with no problem without even turning them back on. So that's really nice. Yeah, let me show you. I want to show you a photo that I'm going to be printing at home. There's 5 young ladies in the photo, and I realized that they don't have any. They don't have it. I have it. I have a Masters 13 by 19, I think, which will probably be easier for me to show than find it on my computer right now, actually. Yeah, the biggest part of the strobes is the extension cords. All the arenas, there's really no electric near where I hook up the strobes. So it's really good to have battery operated. And what will happen is if I have an outlet, I will plug the strobes in closest to me will be plugged in. And then I will just switch batteries during a big drag to the other ones that are further away, if that makes any sense. Go to my favorite photos here. Give me a second. Yep. I really love working on the Mac because I can type in stuff like horse and it will go find me 82,000 horses. It's not letting me find it today. Anyway, that's cool. So, yeah, so extension cords. Talking about that, I probably have, I don't know, 1,000 feet of extension cords with me at all times. The heaviest bin is the extension cord bin. But for the Queen Creek races, there's 2 outlets by me, so I can plug in the 2 lights on my side. But the light on the other side, I actually use my power pack for, which is the greatest invention ever. Let me show that since it's sitting right here with me. I plug in my strobes to my power pack, and this is always near me at a race. And what's cool is it's got USB and USB-C and cigarette lighters, and I can charge it with solar. This is like one of the best investments ever. If I felt like it, I would probably buy another 2 and not worry about outlets at all whatsoever, and just put it on just put one near the base of each pole and have 3 of them instead of dealing with strobes, extension cords. This power pack, I used it to power the live feed. I charged 2 camera batteries, and I powered 2 strobes for the whole entire night, Saturday night. So as long as I'm powering batteries, and I got 6 batteries, so there's always 1 extra charge for each strobe. Yeah, it's not really an issue. Crazy to think of that. But I can get a lower one. I think that may be $200 a piece. I could buy one here, buy one there. Trying to find this picture that I want to print. Anyway, I guess that's not going to happen. I have my live stream to set up to go to this camera or the camera on the Mac, and I also have it set up to do from my desktop, so I can pull up photos from anywhere. And there we go. This is the photo I'm going to print. Each one of the girls doesn't have a copy of this. This is probably, I don't know, shoot, almost 7 years old, if I had to guess. This is one of my favorite in HDR. And Tori, Taylor, Reese, Peyton, and now I don't know who the girl is in the middle. That's weird. Yeah, I got systems on top of systems on top of systems. It's crazy what I do. And like I said, this week I'm working on the Welcome Center, because the Binder of Awesomes need a place. I just had little folding card tables, and it wasn't working out right. And I got more stuff going on than just the 2 binders, so I might as well just have a pull-out table. I'm gonna have a little Welcome Center sign on it, and put some books out and some other merch. I want to build it to design t-shirts. We haven't ordered t-shirts in a while. I have to do that. I have to order new t-shirts. Now I'm going to have to ask somebody who this girl is in the middle. I don't know why it's escaping my mind. I thought it was the girl on the right, but it's not, since she's the one on the right. So from left to right, we got Tori, Taylor, then I don't know who. She's tall, whoever she is. Then Reese, and then Peyton. So this is normally my screensaver too, just so you know. So we were speaking about the Marana Arena. How you like that one? Well, let me switch to that. Look at that. There we go. Here's the Marana Arena. Yeah, that's another thing. This summer has been brutal for us down here. We were shooting in over 100 degrees many a time. So, yeah, there's the Marana Arena. That was from a couple years ago. All right. So basically, I guess I covered everything that we covered. I wanted to cover. I didn't realize it was going to be on for 28 minutes. I still have to edit all the photos from this weekend's race. I think I'm up to ride a 30 out of 76. So we'll get there. All right. Start closing stuff down. All right, so that's this week's. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, I'm going to do this every Monday, or if we have a late race change or something like that, I'll pop on really quick and do a quick live stream. So this was fun to spend some time. Have any other photos I want to share while I should do a thing where I edit a photo in front of everybody, but I don't want people to exactly see what I do. So all right. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Have a great week. See you at the races.